Hi, my name is Dr. Tamika Blake, and I just wanted to go over some easy, quick tips on how to wear a mask. Due to our current times with COVID-19, wearing a mask is becoming a daily part of our lives. So I thought it'd be a great idea just to go over how do you wear a mask. Now, I have three different masks I'm going to go over. The most common type is your facial mask, similar to a surgical mask that I would use in the hospital. Now, there are two sides to the mask, and that's the most important thing. We need to know how to put it on correctly. So this one has a darker blue side on the outside here, and then you have a lighter side. So the darker blue side is the outside of the mask, okay? So notice I am only holding the mask by these little strings, also called the ear loops, and that's how you should touch the mask. And I've already washed my hands. That would be the first thing you would do. Now I'm going to place the mask over my nose, and then I'm going to place it behind my ears on both sides. And then I'm going to pull the mask down below my chin at the very tip of the bottom. And then there's like a little metal bridge, and I'm just going to slowly press down at that bridge and create a seal. This is how your mask should look. Now, one of the most common complaints I hear, why I see people wearing it with their mask on top of their head, they're pulling it below their nose, underneath their chin, is because you cannot breathe. It feels like I'm suffocating. Maybe we should all practice wearing a mask at home so that when you're outside, you're less likely to contaminate the mask. You should not touch the outside of the mask, okay? When you're out there getting your essential items, even with cell phones, I see people, they'll have their cell phone is touching the mask and they touch everything else. It's best just to use maybe an ear pod or speakerphone. And then the other thing is practice speaking with your mask, because that's the other thing. You feel like you can't talk. So that'll be a good tip to utilize when you're wearing a mask. So now when you get home, you have your sanitizer, or good old soap and water is fine. Make sure it's dry. Now you would like to remove your mask. Once again, I'm not touching the outside, and I'm going to take it off with the ear loops and slowly remove it, okay? Now, if it's soiled, then of course you'll throw it out and wear a next one the next time. But if you have maybe like a Ziploc bag, you could place it in there for another use and then store it, okay? So I have two more masks to go over. So this is a industrial type N95 mask. And typically you would cut this mask, place it on your nose. But because you may want to reuse it, another way is you would basically use both strings, but there are two strings. So the bottom string you would leave lower down at the base of your head, and the top string comes at the top. And this also has a metal bridge. Once again, make sure you can speak and breathe. Do not touch the outside of your mask. When you get home, wash your hands so that you can remove it and you're not contaminating. Then you're going to remove it. So it has two strings, and one's going to be at the base of your head, and then you slowly remove it. And then similarly, you can place that in a Ziploc bag. The other mask that I'd like to show you is the cloth mask. So this is one that was made for me by a close family friend. And it has like a little nose bridge area, so it has the tie. So you're gonna place this against the bridge of your nose. You're gonna bring it up high for the first tie. Then at the bottom, you're gonna bring it for the second tie. And then you can adjust, make sure it's underneath your chin. This doesn't have any metal bridge. I'm covering both my nose and my mouth. That is the most important thing, making sure you're not contaminating. And then when you get home, make sure you sanitize as well. Make sure it's dry, soap and water. And then you're gonna remove it with the ties. And then you hold on the top tie. And then similarly, you do the same for the bottom. And then these can actually be reused. You would just wash it in the washing machine. So These are some quick, easy tips to utilize so that we're wearing our mask properly. Be safe.